I'm about to end my trip to Finland, and I think I saved the best for last. So I'm traveling to different countries and universities and all that, either giving like math talks or working on projects with different mathematicians. And this place here, the University of Oulu, this is probably one of the strangest places I've been so far. So this whole building, it's just one giant building that pretty much takes up the entire university, and you can't really see it from here. You can kind of see the somewhat unusual choice of colors. And this university was founded like, I think it was the late 1950s, and it's one of the best universities in Finland. It's ranks pretty well internationally, like top 400 or so. And the place is like a snaking maze full of like death traps and hidden corridors and one-way doors and things like this. And there's even a application to find your way around the building to different classrooms and nooks and crannies and things. So we're gonna just kind of look and see what's here. So I already finished my math meeting, so basically I'm pretty much free to do whatever until I go home and get ready to fly back to Poland. They clearly treated Luke Sky with better respect than the sequel trilogies did. We have like all these different directions for different things. I think that's like a math division of the other university, maybe. I'm not sure, because the one that I've been going to is ahead. Yeah, this is pretty hilarious too. So, what is this? Is this an advertisement to major in music? Is this the music school advertising thing? So someone please tell me if you have any idea what's going on with it. But I think it kind of makes me want to be a piano major. So yeah, I forget this whole math thing when, that can be my lifestyle. Look at this creepy corridor right here. I have to walk by this on the way to the math department, and even the instructions I was given for checking in to get to my talk says like you walk by like the dead stuffed birds, and when they start turning into mammals, you go and you turn in the elevator. So I don't know, all this sort of stuff, there's so many of these, and I'm just like, there's even like these like creepy lifelike poses right here. And I don't know, I just kind of wish it kind of makes me sad. Like I wish these things were still living. Maybe they died a long time ago, but I don't know the history. I hope they weren't killed just to be put in this exhibit. So we can get through here, and this is where it starts turning into mammals. And we have this poor kitty cat. I love cats, so it's kind of sad for me to see it. And I have a cute little fox here too, and a squirrel, and I heard a rumor that there's a bear hanging in the ceiling somewhere. If anyone can tell me if this is true or not, let me know. And there's even more stuff here, like a weasel and some other things, and I don't know. So, gotta get in the elevator, and we're gonna say hi. And after some time, I need the key that they gave me. Is this gonna work or not? Okay, great. Okay, so we got to the area where the math department is, and this is where I've been going every day. And if we just go where we're supposed to go, down the lit corridor, okay, we'll just find some math and stuff. Maybe that's not going to be as interesting. But what happens when we go down the creepy, dimly lit corridor? What do you suppose we're going to find here? This is all like empty and kind of scary. I wonder what's going to be at the end of the corridor. Maybe we're going to find something interesting. I talk to many people here. They go here every day and they never go down this corridor. And what do we find? We find the baculovirus laboratory, and it's just kind of empty except maybe for the virus. I don't know. It's kind of a little scary. So COVID, SARS-CoV 2029. You can quote me on this. It's going to be originating in Oulu in this corridor. So of course I'm making fun of the building and the university to some degree, but I want to say right now that I have been treated very well. They're supporting my stay here. I've given 2 talks on my research, and it was in this room over here. But we constructed an example where the special alpha limit set on the square is analytic but not co-analytic, so it's not Borel. And there are 3 people that I've been discussing some problems with, and actually some problems that I was trying to solve before I got here that I didn't know how to solve. Well, 2 of them are now solved, so scientifically it's been like a super, super productive trip. So you even hear like a poster on something relating to normal numbers, which is my original research interest. So, you know, two of them I've been talking to. I met him in Poland before. And I was being hosted with Sasha in my office here. And does that go through? This is a one-way door in a sense for me. And let's see if we can get inside. These keys are weird and super unreliable. Sometimes this will work. And it worked this time, but you sometimes need to try it a bunch of times. So just some scribbles from some of the work we're doing. And I need to fill out reimbursement forms and stuff like that. So I want to continue on and show the actual death traps that I promised. This building very much feels like something that could be some Metroidvania video game with special keys and doors that are locked or not or some way. And I'm kind of by the bathroom, and this is the office where I've been being hosted by my host here. And I do have some special keys that I'll be returning soon, but apparently this is like an emergency exit or something. So, okay, if you have the key, you know, obviously in an emergency you might not have the key. Okay, we can go here. And then there's nothing like that here, but this key only sometimes works. Today I haven't been able to get it to work at all. So I don't know what happens in case of emergency. And then there can be these situations where, let's suppose that I forget my keys. Okay, well, we can go one way through this door. And let's suppose that I don't have so I can't get through there. And okay, let's suppose I don't have my jacket. I'm trying to figure out a way back or something. And then I go down here, thinking, okay, there might be some way to kind of go around or something like that. And if it's late enough and you don't have your keys, let's just kind of rush down here. All these are going to be like not accessible, of course. You keep getting forced down because there's nowhere you can actually go. And when we finally get down to the first floor, we realize, okay, well, we can't go here. If it's late enough, it's going to be locked. And what's the only thing you could go to if it's, I don't know, like minus 30 degrees or something? It can go, well, this door, it does open. Hold on, let's do that. I gotta turn it, and it goes outside. And I had to be very careful because once you're out here and you don't have keys, you cannot get back in. But if it is early enough, you can get through here. If I waited another half hour, I wouldn't have been able to. And what do you think we're gonna find in this dark, creepy hallway over here? See some laboratory, maybe some mad scientist type of stuff. Maybe some creatures in our Metroidvania video game that we can fight. And yeah, we start getting these weird pickled things. And like this is actually extra creepy because it's like a fish tapeworm or something like that. I don't even know. Like a squid and all kinds of things. So I think this is a little scary. Let's go back up where we started. Funny note, I wanted to go back up where I started, thinking it wouldn't be so bad. And I'm like, oh, we'll just go back up the stairs, and you really are forced out because these are the stairs where we came, and you can't even get there. So it really absolutely does force you out into the cold if you forget something. Like, I can imagine something like this at an American university leading to all kinds of lawsuits because it really, really, really isn't safe. Okay, we're back where we started, and I had to go huge route around, and luckily some of the doors were still open. Let's look at death trap number 2, and this has kind of a cute sign. The use of hisi allowed only for those who can close the door, but it's kind of cute, and they put like the one Finnish word with the rest of the English. So, okay, let's see what's going to happen when we use this elevator. Well, okay, they said we have to close the door of the hisi. Okay, great. And we're going to take this down here. Okay, so maybe, I don't know, maybe we hurt our leg and we can't walk down the stairs, so we think, okay, well, we're going to take the elevator. I want to take my luggage out, and maybe we take the elevator down. Maybe it's a better option. Okay, we're getting to the first floor, And what does the first floor open up to? This also opens up to outside, and we need to be very careful because once you're out, you cannot get back in, and you're gonna, freeze to death again. Another death trap. So let's go back up before we do that. Has anyone watching this ever had this dream that you're like living in an apartment or house or something like this, and there's some room or some area that exists but you just never go, and I think it has some interpretation about being a part of like your life you haven't explored or something. I don't know. I kind of feel that in this building, and I was here. I'm probably gonna have dreams about this place, to be honest. I was here for like a week and a half, and I realized I hadn't really explored that much, and now I'm making a video about this place, so I'm wandering down more dark corridors. My key doesn't get me in everywhere, but we got some like rocks and stuff here. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna throw the challenge down. Somebody come here, make like a thorough, it's even more rocks, my God. A thorough 1 hour, 1.5 hour video, just exploring all the nooks and crannies of this place. And these just keep going and going and going. I was told that there's something weird in the basement by one of the professors here, and she hadn't actually been there. She says that she heard some things, but who knows what. Nordic Spirit. This is the Oulu Business School. Why is the Oulu Business School next to a bunch of rocks? I don't know. This is the University of Oulu for you. There's always a mystery. So I need to actually figure out how to, I can escape this place, but how to escape it with my luggage and get back to the city center. Conveniently, the buses that go back are all Fibonacci numbered, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, so very easy to remember. I'm about ready to plan my escape from the building, so because this is the one-way door. I have that propped until I can bring my bags out there. Okay, so this is the hardest time. I'm gonna leave the keys behind, and hopefully nothing bad will happen on the way out when I don't have them. So let's say a little prayer here. I wanted to record the escape from the University of Oulu with my luggage, but unfortunately it was really hard because I needed to use 2 hands to carry both of the bags. So anyways, I am back in the apartment. I'm just exhausted after these few weeks. I mean, this has been a wonderful trip, but everything kind of accumulates. And so the additional problem I found out as well is that the bus drivers are going on strike tomorrow, and that's when my flight leaves. So I need to figure out how I'm going to get to the airport, maybe taxi, maybe something else. But my flight's at 15:35, so it's not going to be that early, but I just kind of want to rest at the moment. I'm in downtown Oulu, and I think I figured out what to do with buses. So fortunately, one of the buses that goes to the airport is at least coming semi-regularly. I'm all checked in, and this Oulu airport is Finland's second biggest airport, and it's absolutely tiny. And I have a little tradition when I travel of still sending postcards. I guess it's now it's considered old school, but just simple things like to my parents or brother, or there's this one friend of mine in the Detroit area that I always send vaguely threatening postcards to under a different name just because it's funny. I'm finally back in beautiful Poznan, Poland. At least, well, maybe the train station isn't quite so beautiful, but Anyways, it's good to be home. I am feeling much warmer now. This is normally you think of Poland as a cold place, but compared to Finland, it really isn't. So I think we're going to end it there for now. I'm sure I'll be back to Finland at some point. I have no idea when. So probably going to be spending most of my time in Poland the next couple months, maybe Belgium sometime in late May. So anyway, just the usual. If you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all this, it'll help a lot. And I think I'm going to go and just take a nap now. Sounds really good.